So from today, we'll be starting, advanced texturing part. So, this particular sphere shape, which it is that this is hypershare window. So basics of, texturing part you have already seen in the SEM3. So this time we'll see a bit advanced version, wherein a detailed material, along with that, even material animation also you can do. We'll see that character unwrapping, how to apply texturing for the character part, and let's say for example for car and all, how do we do? So we'll see all that. So I hope you remember the texturing part which we have done for game set designs and all, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Okay, then directly, like we'll jump into unwrapping. So anyhow, props unwrapping and all, that you have done it, that we have done already in the initial classes of SEM4. Fine. For this, I should have a character. Okay, I have a face model now. So this is a character model which we have done. I'd like to create new project. Face unwrapping. And just choose the location. Accept. File save as in scenes. Model. So very first thing what I'll do, I'm gonna remove these references, which we have. I can delete this layer. And if you see outline, if I go to outline here, window outliner, there are a few, okay. We have model, we have two different eyeball. Make sure it is clean. Okay. You can name this. This is left eye, LT underscore eye. This is right eye, RT underscore eye. In outliner, always, make sure whatever model, even it is an asset modeling you have done, interior, exterior, or human anatomy, or any animal, make sure it is clean. Apart from these, apart from the required model, make sure there are nothing here. Okay. So that's the responsibility of modelers, because in texturing also certain utilities will increase. In lighting, light utilities will be there. So in rigging and animation, it will be more. Okay. Now, if you see the model part, there are so many UV sets or some history is there. I'm gonna delete this file. Okay, I did delete by type history. Okay, now, okay, already I think I have unwrapped this earlier, but what I'm gonna do is, for time being, now I'll go to hypershare, select all. I'm gonna apply default material Lambert. Right. Okay, so select all. Right click, assign initial shading to the group selection. Okay, this is what applied. Then what I'm gonna do is, Here certain nodes are there. See, there are texture node, utility. Okay, let me explain this. What is this hypershade? Already we have seen this. Now, um, you have the the list area and you have the work area. Okay, and you have this attribute. Normally, here if you go to attribute editor, whatever attribute you get to see, right? Let's say if I select Lambert, so this attribute, the same thing is over here. Okay, so now what I'll do in the list area, your materials, whatever materials are there in your scene, that will be listed. Whatever textures are there, that will be listed. Utilities, what is this utility? When you take, let's say for example, Maya surface, if I take a blend, you get to see blend. This is a material, this is a shading group, this is a utility. Now, if you come to utility, uh, okay, blend shading group, you get to see this. Okay, this is a material, which is connected. So this blend is having certain attributes over here. Okay, this is a shading group which comes with this. Now utility, if I go to some utility over here, okay, for example, for this, if I'm gonna apply some 2D texture, I'll go to 2D texture. Normally, like even in the props and all you have seen. So I'll take an empty file. For the empty file, what we'll do, we will be applying textures, right? You can apply some texture and all. Now let me place this somewhere here. Now see, place 2D texture. This is a utility. I'll come to utility. You have this place 2D texture. See? And this you get along with the place 2D texture. Okay. So that's how it is. That means, like you have certain rendering elements, lights, whatever lights we create in the scene, or whatever we import in the scene, those lights will be listed here. And in camera by default, there are 4 cameras: perspective, front, side, and top. Shading engines, you have shading groups here. See, this is a shading group which listed over here. Bake set projects, this is a project, and asset, it will be listed. But here, this is a work area. This anyhow we have done this. You have used this earlier. Currently I'm going to delete everything. Now if you see in the scene, I have only one material applied, that is Lambert. For this particular model, I can go for edit, delete unused nodes. Basically, Maya is a node based program. Node, this is a node, right? Let's say if I go to AI standard surface, if I want to elaborate things here, means whatever, however, you know some utilities, what is the connection, just to see the connection of this particular shade, material, we can see all. Right click, go to graph network, you can see all. This is a AI standard surface and standard surface shading group, and there is a 2D texture which has been applied. Okay, I'm gonna delete. So you can go to edit, delete unused nodes, unnecessary nodes, whatever are there, it's gonna delete. So now I need to unwrap this, and to do that, first you have to go to UV. Time being, like I'm gonna do automatic mapping for this particular model. I did automatic mapping. Okay. Go to object mode. Now to do unwrapping, you have to go to UV texture editor, which is over here, or else window, rendering editors. You have, you can see hypershade here. Okay. In modeling editors, you have UV editor. The UV editor here also, this is the same. Okay. Now, if you see this particular model, currently the UV set is something like this. It's clear. Okay. You can click on this, so that shaded you shade UV sets you can see. These are multiple sets. Okay, you can turn on, turn off. You can do that. So now what we have to do is, first thing, I will go to wireframe mode, go to face. I'm gonna select half of this face, half side. Okay. The other half I'm not gonna select. Okay, it's up to here. I select. So I'll make sure only half has been selected. Okay, the left side, I have selected, and I'm gonna delete it. Okay, this is something like this now. Okay, now what I'll do, always eye, nose, and lips. This three part. Okay, this has to be really clear. So for the texturing part, so what I'll do, this eyes, nose, lips. Okay, I'm gonna select like this up to here. Something like this. So now if you see, only this part has been selected, right? Only this much has been selected. So I haven't selected any of this. So the selected faces are very clearly visible, in this particular view. Okay. This view is Z-axis, right? Now I'll just select the UV set here like this. I'm gonna show you the um, UV texture editor like this. Okay. If you see, it's like, this is one side. All the UVs are in this particular box, right? Now only these faces are selected. Now I'll come to UV. I'm able to see these faces clearly in Z-axis. I'll go to planar, Z-axis, project. See, this is what it looks. Okay. Then after this, either from this side or from this side, using these control, okay, you can make it like this. You can just enlarge it so that it will get squeezed here. Then I'm gonna place this here for time being. Okay. See, it is clear, right? Then after this, the remaining part. So what I'll do is, I select all the faces. Yeah, even you can do like this. You can select all the faces, remaining faces. You can select excluding this. So if you see, these are the faces which has been selected. But anyhow, I don't want to select this ear part, but for time being, let it be. Okay. Now I'm able to see this very clearly in the side view, which is x-axis. Okay, which is x-axis. So what I'll do, I'll come to UV, planar, x-axis, apply. This is what you get. I'm gonna close it. I'll make it up to here like this. I'll move this here. Then in perspective, what I'll do, I'm able to see this ear very clearly in this view. It's not exactly X, not exactly Z. So I'm just checking this in, a camera. I'm looking through a camera. I'll go to face mode. I select this face like this. Then I'll go to wireframe mode. I'm going to deselect this. Okay, I have selected only the ear part, right? Only the ear part. Now I'll go to UV planar. I'm looking through a camera here in perspective view. So I select camera and I project. Now what happens? It has been projected here. Then I'm gonna scale it like this, like this. I have to make it smaller, something like this. So I'm gonna move this here. Now most of the work is done. We have unwrapped the model clearly. So basically this particular box, if you see a dark line here, black, make sure all this are fit into this particular box up to here. Within this, it has to fit. So I'm selecting this. Means to select this, you have to go to UV mode. Select the UV, press W, move tool. Make sure it is exactly at this particular line. Exact. Like this. After this, I'm selecting this. I'm moving this here. Like this. Almost like this. Okay. Ear part, we will do it. I'm gonna place it here for time being now. We will do it. Now, if you see, there are few UV set which are overlapping here. What I have to do is I'll be selecting this, right click, shift right click, unfold, unfold, go for unfold. Okay. You can select individual UV, place it here. Select this, place it here. Select this, place it here. Manually, you have to place it so that, see, it's something like stitching. You know, the tailor will do the measurement and he'll do the stitching, right? Like that. This is the process we are doing. It's over here like this. Then I'm selecting this, shift right click, unfold, unfold. I select this too, unfold, unfold. Okay, it is something like this now. So basically I'm selecting all of this like this, and I'm moving it a bit closer. Then match it properly. I select this, shift right click, unfold, 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 unfold. I think it's all done. Then we have this ear part. I'll bring this one. I can place it here. Then I select, okay, I need to sew this. So now if you go to edge, select this, okay, cut sew is there. You can give merge or not merge, sew, sew. Select this, sew. Repeat last tool is G, sew. Sew is stitching. Whichever edges which you have placed closely, only sew, only that. Sewing, sewing machine, right? That's what we are doing here. So if you see, if I select one edge, both are selected. Why? Because that is one single edge of this model. See, it is one single edge, but this we have separately unwrapped, and the bottom part we have unwrapped. That's why it's like this. Select this, sew, sew, and sew. Okay, almost sewing is also done. In the meantime, like, let me open Photoshop. We need to work on Photoshop as well. All the sewing part is done. I'll go to UV, select view, right click, go to shell, to UV shell. You can select all the UVs. I'm selecting and placing it here. Now it's done. Now in this particular box, if you notice, this is clearly placed, and I'm going to select all this. I have to take a snapshot. How to take a snapshot? You have to go to image, take UV snapshot. To take snapshot, you have to select all the UVs. Make sure the UV is placed exactly in this particular box. The proper grid line is the blue line, and to the right side you have to place, copy, select all the UV set, go to image, UV snapshot. In this edge color of this particular one, make it black. Image format has to be PNG. You can see it is saving inside Face Unwrap project, images folder, out UV, out UV. Edge color is black. Apply and close. Then I select this. You see there are few history has gone. Select this, edit, delete by type history. Then I'll come to the project face. Okay, RSCP batch 2, send 4, face unwrap, images folder. This is out UV. This open, drag and drop to Photoshop. You have to drag and drop this to Photoshop. Now you can see the lines over here. We need to add a white solid in the background. I'm going to add a layer, and for this particular layer I would like to add white solid, control back, oh, alt back. Alt backspace. So you saw this, right? Now the next work is I have to take the images which has been used for the modeling. So that is uh, face. These were the reference image which used for the modeling part. So I'll be selecting the front of the character, front face. I think the image is getting imported. Okay. Now, if you see only half of the face, we have unwrapped. Um, I need to take half of the face only. Make sure only the eye, nose, and lips are matching. You have to check nose part, eyes part, lip part, and properly match. Okay, it is matching now. Then I'm gonna select side view. Okay, it's importing. Same way, first thing what I'll do, opacity I'm gonna reduce of this particular image, side image, a bit down, so that I can see front image as well. Now I will be placing this eyeball here, front eye to front eye, side to side, lip to lip. Okay, then I should match it like this. So that eyebrow, everything will get matched. Okay, and I presented this is matching now. In these images, first, I'll be, these two images, I need to rasterize it now. After this, after rasterization, I'll take the side view and I'll go to eraser tool. I'll take the soft brush and then I'm going to increase opacity fully. 200. So this is how it looks now. Okay, I can mm, stitch it like this. Then I'm gonna select clone tool. Alt, select this particular part. So I'm gonna draw from here. Like this. Okay. Then I'll be selecting this. Like this. I have to draw this. Then after that, okay, all this I added. Then I think I'll be selecting this dots tool because this is a bit burnt. You need to work on it a bit. And I think this area need to burnt a bit. Okay. I'll take this front part a bit. I'm gonna erase most of the things here. So I'm gonna mm, so this part I need to work on it. The jaw part, below jaw part, neck part. So I'll take clone stamp tool. Okay. Okay, done something like this. It's done. So then this part, ear part. I'll select this, clone stamp tool. I reduce this. You have to remove the ear part here. It should be like this. Then Separately, you have to take ear. Side, I'll import PSD. From this, you have to select only the ear part, copy paste, and I'm gonna delete this. And this ear, I'm gonna place it here. Okay. Again, clone stamp tool. I think it's working now. I think it's fine. All set. Then you have to turn off. Okay. I select front side. I'm gonna merge it. I'll take clone stamp tool. I did like this. Then the top wireframe, you need to turn it off. Then I'm gonna save this as PSD, color PSD. Color UV PSD. Then after that, I'm gonna export this as JPEG in images folder. Save, done. Okay, so it's all done. Unwrapping everything is done. So I'm gonna make it a bit quick. So I'm gonna apply new material that is Arnold AI standard surface. In AI standard surface, go to attribute part, attribute editor. In this, under base, there is a color. Click on the color one. Here, take an empty file. Click on this folder box. Go to images folder. Select the color UV JPEG. Open. Press 6. You get to see this. Okay. So I need to merge this. I need to mirror this. I'll go to mesh, mirror in -x, -x minus mirror. Then after that, in polymirror, merge threshold 0.01. So you have it like this. Still, we need to work on a bit part, but at least, like we got it clearly. This part, ear part, this part. Okay. There are reflection and all is there.